दार्विक गिरिधारी शिष्य राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जाय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जू की जाय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद शुतर शुत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्रील गुरुदेव की जाय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद शुतर शुत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जाय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद शुतर शुत शिशिमार भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोसाई महाराज की जाय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद शुतर शुत शिशिमार भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जाय। नित्याल प्रविष्ट महाभागवत शिल गौरकिशोरदास बाबूजी महाराज की जाय। नित्याल प्रविष्ट शिल सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जाय। नित्याल प्रविष्ट वैष्णव सार्वभौम शिल जगन्नाथ दास बाबूजी महाराज की जाय। श्री रूपानु गौड़ीय गुरु वर्ग की जाय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ शारद गोसाई प्रभु की जाय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदारी श्री गौर पार्षद वृंद की जाय। नाम चय श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जाय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जाय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल कोरमंडल ब्रजमंडल मथुर वृंदावन धाम की जाय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदात गिरिराज महाराज की जाय। श्री राधा कुंद श्याम कुंद की जाय। श्री यमुना देवी गंगा देवी की जाय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जाय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जाय। श्री पूर्णमासी योग माया की जाय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जाय। श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जाय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जाय। समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जाय। श्री निताय गौर जय। नित्याल प्रविष्ट शिला भक्ति विज्ञान भारती गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्ट विष्णुपाद शिला भक्ति भक्ति बल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्ट विष्णुपाद शिला भक्ति Dait Madhav Gosai Maharaj ki jai. All the associates of Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Shri and all the disciples and followers of those associates ki jai. Jai Shri Chaitanya Shikṣāṣṭaka ki jai. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur's Sanmodan Bhashya ki jai. Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada's Vivriti ki jai. Jai Shri, what is it? Mohini Ekadashi, I think, yeah? Yeah, Mohini Akadashi Titi ki jai. Akadashi Titi Palan Kari Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Hare Krishna. Okay, we'll do the Mangala Charan and then begin. Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। श्रीसिद्धान्तसरस्वतीति विदितो कोडियगुर्वन्वये भातो भानुरिव प्रभात गगने योगोरसंकीर्तनाय मायावारतमिङ्गिलो दरगतान् उद्धृत्य जीवनिमान् कृष्णप्रेमसुधाब्धिकाहनसुखां प्रादात् प्रभुं तं भजे। वन्दे भक्तिविनोदं श्रीगौरशक्तिस्वरूपकम् भक्तिशास्त्रज्ञ सम्राजान् राधारससुधानिधिम्। नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुगवरायते। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। वृषभानुसुतान्वितवामतनुं Yamuna Tattanagarana Sutam Murali Kalagita Vinoraparang Bhajagodrumakanana Kunjavidum Smaragoura Gadadhara Kelikalam Bhavagoura Gadadhara Pakshachara Shrinugoura Gadadhara Charukathang Bhajagodrumakanana Kunjavidum Tavai Vasmi Na Jivami Tvaya Vina Iti Vigyaya Devi Tvang Nayamang Charanantikam Bhaktya Vihina Aparada Lakshai Kshiptascha Kamadittaranga Madhye Kripa Mai Tvam Sharanam Prapanna Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Saruparaya Sangha Harsha Shesha Ghoshanam Shikshanashtakakya Krishna Kirtanaika Poshanam Prema Nama Matra Vishwa Jivanaika Sambharang Prema Dhama Devam Eva Nomi Gora Sundaram Premodbhavita Harsheryod Vegadainyarti Mishritam Lapitam Gorachandrasya Bhagyavarbhir Nishevyate Prabhur Shikshashtak Shloko Jay Pore Shune Krishna Prema Bhakti Tar Bare Dine Dine. Whoever reads or hears the Lord's Shikshashtak verses, their prem bhakti for Krishna increases day by day. Jai Shri Chaitanya Shikshashtak Ki Jai. All right, let's see who is all there. Dandavat Pranams, Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Nitai Mukeshji, Sarveshwari Mataji, Rukmini Didi, Prajumna Prabhu, Mantramurti Mataji, and on YouTube and Facebook, I see Ganga Mataji, Rohini Nandan Prabhu, Gargarajji, and I'm guessing Indira Mataji, Raseshwari Mataji. I don't know who else. If you write a comment, I'll see your name. Also, pranam to all the devotees watching in the future, like Shachi Devi and Joshua Davis, Jai Prabhu, Haribol. All right, so we are continuing our program going through the first verse of Shikshashtak. Today I just went on to Acharya base and I typed in I just looked for what Harikatha, what books, where did Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Maharaj talk about Chaitya Darpana Marjanam and his books? I didn't look on his website, bbtirtha.org. Maybe there are some classes that he gave. Yeah, I remember actually, who was telling me this? I think it might have been Revati Didi said that he has classes that lots of classes on the first verse of Shikshashṭaka during Kartik time. I didn't even look for that because I didn't get a chance. But let's see how we do on time. Maybe afterwards we can look on bbtirtha.org if there's extra time at the end. We'll also read a class, or just a short part of a class by Śrīla Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Gosvāmī Maharaj, where he explains the first verse of Shikshashṭaka. And as I mentioned before, if anybody knows any nice Kathā from our acharyas on this first verse, please send it to me and I will read it. Okay. I've been very busy lately, and so I haven't been putting much time into preparation for these programs. I kind of just like right before, so yeah, any help that you can give is very much appreciated. Haribol Krishna Mai Didi. Oh, and yesterday was a busy day, and so I didn't actually get a chance to write anything like I said I was going to yesterday at the end of the class. Um, but yeah, right after the class, the full day was full. And I did have some time after, like at 3 o'clock, and I started trying to write, but my brain was just not, I couldn't even stare at the screen. It was not working. And so, anyhow, I'll write something this morning. All right. Maybe today, since we've sung the song Pita Varana Kali Pavana Gora so many times, maybe today we'll sing we'll recite the section from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Harshe Prabhu. No, what melody should I do? I'll just do the Gauranga Bhakti. Harshe Prabhu. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila, the last chapter, chapter 20 of Chaitanya Charitamrita, verses 8 to 48. Harshe Prabhu ko hen shuno swarup Rama Rai, Nama Sankirtana kalo parama upay. Nama Sankirtana kalo parama upay. Sankirtana jagye kalo Krishna aradhan. Sheito sumedha pai Krishna racharan. Krishna varnam tvisa Krishnam Sangopangastra parshadam Yagyai Sankirtana prayar Yajanti hi sumeta saha. Nama Sankirtana hoy Sarva nartanash Sarva shubhadoy Krishna premer ulas. By Nam Sankirtan, all anarthas are destroyed, all auspiciousness arises, and the jubilation for Krishna, the jubilation of Prem for Krishna blossoms. Cheto darpanamarjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam Shreya kairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadhu jivanam Anandam buddhivardhanam Pratipadam purnamrita svadanam Sarvatma snapanam parang vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Sarvatma snapanam parang vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Sankirtana hoite papa sangsara nashana Chitta shuddhi sarva bhakti sadhana udgama Krishna premurgama premamrita ashvadan Krishna prapti sevamrita samudre majan Uthilo vishada danya pore apana shlok Jahar artha shuni sab jai dukha shok. Having spoken these words, lamentation and humility arose within the Lord, and he recited a verse of his own composition. Hearing its meaning removes all kinds of sorrow and grief. Nam namakari bahuda nija sarva shaktis tatrarpita niyamita smaranena kala etadrishi tava kripa bhagavan mamapi durdaiva me drishami ha jani nanuraka. Aneka lokera vanshaya aneka prakara kripate korilo anek namera prachar khaite shuite jatha tatha namaloy kala desha niyam nahi sarva siddhi hoy sarva shakti name dila koriya vibhag amara durdaiva name nahi anurag যে রূপে লইলে নাম প্রেম উপজায় তার লক্ষণ শ্লোক শুনো স্বরূপ রামরায়. O Swarup, O Ramarai, now hear the verse that describes the characteristics of how prema arises when the name is chanted. Tranarapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sada hari. Uttam hoya apna ke mane trinadhama dui prakare sahishnuta kore vriksha sama vriksha jeno katile ho kichu na boloy shukaya male ho kare pani na magay je je magaye tare de apana thana karma vrishti shahe ane koro ye rakhana. Uttam hoya vaishnava hobe nirabhiman jive samana dibe jane Krishna adishtan. E mata hoya je Krishna namaloy Shri Krishna charane tai prema upajay. Kohite kohite prabhur danya parila shuddha bhakti Krishna thai magite lagila. Premer swabhava jahan premer sambandha she mane Krishna mor nahi bhakti gandha she mane Krishna Krishna mor nahi bhakta gandha nahi bhakti gandha. I'm going to read the translation this time for this section because it's so nice. Let's see. Even though a person chanting the name is on the highest level, he considers himself lower than a blade of grass and exhibits two types of tolerance, resembling that of a tree. A tree does not say anything, even when it is being cut, nor does it ask for water, even when it is drying up and on the verge of death. It freely gives its wealth in the form of fruits, flowers, etc., to whoever asks anything of it. Even while enduring heat and rain, it provides shelter to others. Similarly, even though a Vaishnava is topmost, he remains free from pride. He offers respect to all jivas, knowing them to be the resting place of Krishna. Whoever chants Krishna's name following this method develops prema for the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. While speaking these words, Mahaprabhu's humility intensified, and he began praying to Krishna for pure bhakti. The nature of prema is such that when there is a relationship with Krishna based on prema, that person feels, I do not have even the slightest trace of devotion to Krishna. Na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagaresha kamaye mama janmani janmanishware bhavatar bhaktir ahaitu taye dana jhana nahi mago kavita sundari shuddha bhakti deho more Krishna kripa kori Ati dhanya puna mage dasya bhakti dana apanare kore sangsare jivaya bhiman. With deep humility, Sri Gaur Hari again begs for the gift of Dasya Bhakti, considering himself an ordinary worldly being. Ainanda tanuja kinkarang patitang mam vishame bhavam buddho kripaya tava para pankaja stita dhuli sadrisham vichintaya. Tomar nitta dasa mui toma pasariya poriyacho bhavanave maya bada hoya kripa kori koro more pada dhuli sama tomara seva koro tomara seva o tomara seva koro tomara sevana. Puna ati utkanta danya hoilo udgama Krishna tai mage prema nama sankirtana. Nayanam galadashu dharaya vadanam gad kadarudaya gira pulakar nichitang vapukada tava nama grahane bhavishyati. Prema dhana vina vyartha daridra jivan dasa kori betan more deho prema dhan rasantara veshe hoilo viyoga spurana udvega vishada taine kore pralapana. Yugaitam nimeshena chakshusha pravrashayitam Shunyayitam jagat sarvam Govinda virahe name. So Mahaprabhu, he spoke this verse overcome by when these feelings of separation manifested, and he became overcome by anxiety, sorrow, and deep humility. And he spoke this verse, Yugayitam nimeshena, in a state of delirium. Udvegenti vasnajai kana hoilo juga sama vasharmega pray ashu varshe nayana Govinda virahe shunya hoilo tribhuvana Govinda virahe shunya hoilo tribhuvana tushanale pore jeno na jai jivana Tushanale pore jeno na jai jivana Krishna udasina hoila korite parikhana Sakhi sab kohe Krishna koro upekhana Ete kachintite radhar nirmal hriday Swabhavika premar swabhav korilo uday Harsha utkanta danya prodivinoy Eto bhava ekathai korilo udoy Eto bhave radharman astira holila Saki gan age prodi shloka je porilo She bhave prabhu she shloka ucharilo Shloka ucharite tadrup apane hoilo. I'm going to read the translation for this section as well. In my distress, the day refuses to pass, and even a moment feels like an eon. Tears pour forth from my eyes like monsoon clouds in the rainy season. In separation from Govinda, the three worlds appear void. My body burns as if engulfed by a fire consuming dry husks, yet even then, my life does not depart. Shri Krishna has become indifferent to me in order to test me, and all the Sakhis are telling me, you too should neglect Krishna. While thinking in this way, the innate nature of prema arose in Sri Radha's spotless heart. The moods of jealousy, intense longing, humility, maturity, and submissiveness all simultaneously arose within her. Due to the simultaneous arising of so many emotions, Sri Radha's mind became unsettled. In the presence of the Sakis, she openly uttered a verse without any hesitation. Absorbed in the moods of Sri Radha, Sriman Mahaprabhu recited that verse, and as soon as he did, he himself became fully immersed in the same emotion. Ashlishavapararitang pinashtu mam adarshanan marma hatam korotu va yatha tatha va vidadhatu lampato mat prananatastu sa eva napara. Ami Krishna pada dasi te hora sashukarashi alangiya kore atma sata kivana de darashan jaren mora tanuman tabu te ho O mor prananata tabu te ho mor prananata. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. Hari Bol. And Hare Krishna, Anadi Krishna Prabhu, and Brian. I already said Krishna Mai, right? Yes. And Haribo Shukoda Didi. All right, so now we will read from, I think it's a book called A Taste of Transcendence. Transcendence. I always get confused. Let's see. Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Okay, so oh no, this is from his book called Shuddha Bhakti. In many cultures, time is divided into 4 periods: the ages of gold, silver, bronze, and iron. In the Vedas, these are called Satya, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali, respectively. Others may attribute different lengths of time to these ages, but the idea is the same. Infinite time has been divided into 4 recurring ages. As these ages pass, we see a gradual deterioration of the human condition from happiness and innocence to sorrow and ignorance. It reaches its... What's that word? Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī always uses words that I've never seen before. Yeah, we heard that he was very particular. Like, he always wanted to use the most appropriate word, so he'd always consult the dictionary to find the most exact meaning that he wanted to express. He didn't take words lightly. So this word nadir, is it? Or nadir? Nadir, I think. Nadir means or nadir. Anyways, I don't know. But it means the worst moment of a particular situation, the lowest point in the fortunes of a person or organization, It's the opposite of zenith. um, some synonyms are the lowest point, the all-time low, the lowest level, the bottom, rock bottom, depths, the pits. And the antonyms are zenith, acme, climax. Okay, so the very lowest possible bottom. So this age, or the human condition, goes from happiness and innocence to sorrow and ignorance. It reaches its very lowest rock bottom point in the present Kali Yuga, the Iron Age. In this Black Age, persons will be mostly irreligious, and therefore it is very difficult to find a bona fide guru. The Supreme Lord Shri Krishna saw the plight of humanity in this Black Age, so he took the complexion and mode of worship of Radharani and appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Radha is Krishna's absolute counterpart. She is his best devotee, and he has taken her attitude to become Krishna Chaitanya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that the root cause of our affliction is forgetfulness of our relation with the Supreme Lord. We have to remember him. If we can remember him, there will be no afflictions. How can we do this? Through meditation? In this Kali Yuga, the method of meditation will not be successful because the enslaved jiva's minds are restless. The mind is always jumping about like a monkey. So how can we meditate? Nothing but worldly things will come to our minds. Simply by closing our eyes, we are not meditating. We close our eyes and off we go to London. This is inevitable because the mind is like a storehouse of impressions that have entered it through the senses. When we try to meditate, these impressions come back up to surface again. We are attached to worldly things, and this is the source of our bondage. In order to become free from this bondage, we should offer the objects of our attachment to the service of Krishna. This is the only way we can transcend our worldly attachments. The purpose is to concentrate on the transcendental object of worship, Lord Krishna. In Satya Yuga, meditation was possible. The people of this age had purity, compassion, and respect for truthfulness. But in the Treta Yuga, these qualities diminished, and the method of meditation on the Supreme Lord ceased to be possible. So the ages prescribed yajna, sacrifice. In the Dwapara Yuga, however, people could not utter the mantras correctly, so the sages and scriptures prescribed worship of the deity form of the Lord. You have to engage all the senses to worship the deity. The goal is to develop concentration on the object of worship, and in order to do so, you have to engage all your senses in the service of the deity. In the Kali Yuga, however, we are so diseased that we cannot even perform proper puja. In this age, our physical and mental health is very fragile. We are all diseased, and since a diseased person is prohibited from worship, how can we perform proper puja? So the Lord said, "You can perform Hari Nam. You can chant the holy name. I shall appear in this world as Hari Nam and give all power to Hari Nam." By chanting the holy name, you can get the highest thing. In the Kali Yuga, truth means holy name. Truth means the holy name. The holy name is the supreme truth. Krishna appears in this Kali Yuga as the name. So take shelter of the name. The name and the named are one. Chant the holy name in the company of a Shuddha Bhakta, of a pure devotee. The holy name is not a material sound. You will find the thing referred to by a material sound is different from the sound itself. The word water refers to the substance water. The word water is different from its substance. Thus, we cannot quench our thirst by simply uttering the word water. By way of contrast, Krishna and the name of Krishna are one and the same. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has written, Cetodarpanamarjanam Pavamahadavagni Nirvapanam Sheyakairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadang Purnamrita Swadanam Sarvatmasnapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. I remember Revati Didi saying this. He would give this instruction to everybody, and he gave it to her personally. He said, utter Krishna's name from the core of your heart. That's how she said it. He said, from the core of your heart. Utter Krishna's name from the core of your heart. Hare Krishna. You will get everything. Your mind will be sanctified. All difficulties will be removed by uttering his name. This is the first attainment. Once all difficulties have been removed, you will no longer be confronted by the forest fire of material life. There is a forest fire throughout the whole world because everybody has a false ego and thinks he or she belongs to this world. But if we love Krishna, then we see that every living being is related to Krishna, and we love them because of this relation. Parents need not be taught to love their children. They love them automatically because of their relation. So we have to take shelter of Krishna. In Goloka Vrindavan, everyone is drowned in the Ananda. At every step, they experience the sweetest, ever-increasing ecstasy because everybody's target is to satisfy Krishna. Their center is one. If you draw different circles with a single center, there will be no intersection. But if they have different centers, the circles will intersect and there will be clashes. As long as there are different groups and different centers, we cannot stop fighting in this world. This material forest fire can be extinguished by Harinam, by chanting the Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We should chant the holy name without wanting anything other than the service of Guru and Krishna. What is the meaning of Shri Krishna Sankirtan? Sankirtan means to sing and chant about the transcendental glories, names, forms, attributes, and pastimes of Shri Krishna entirely, exhaustively, and fully. We have to perform Sankirtan properly, avoiding the tenfold offenses. 10 main offenses in the chanting of the holy name are listed in the Padma Purana. The principal offense is to disgrace the sadhus and to think of them and to think of the Guru as an ordinary human being. How can Shri Krishna tolerate it if we discredit and disparage those who are dear to him? How can the Lord tolerate it if we commit offenses to their lotus feet? If we commit offenses to their lotus feet, then how can the Lord tolerate it? It is the greatest offense, and we should take every step to avoid making it. We should always analyze ourselves. We should always analyze ourselves and our defects, for this will help us to rectify ourselves. The greatest drawback of the conditioned souls, the enslaved jivas, is that in themselves they only see good qualities, while in others they only see defects. Everybody always thinks the best about themselves, right? And they see everybody else is wrong. We always have the best excuses or reasoning for why, we're never the ones at fault. We don't see everybody in the very, what's the word, compassionate way we look at ourselves, our own actions. I don't mean compassionate, I mean whatever, I can't think of the right word. But we should not see the defects of the Vaishnavas and devotees, even if they have some. We should rather look to our own defects while taking care to observe the qualities of others. Then we can make progress. This is something that we heard repeatedly in the glorification of Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī. This is one of his main points that he would emphasize. What he'd say, Shabai bhalo, ami kharab. Everybody is good, I'm the bad one. Should look at our own faults, not the faults of others. Then we can make progress. The tendency to find fault leads us to commit offenses to the Vaishnavas. This is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught us. He has taught us the way to perform Shri Krishna Sankirtan. We should be more humble than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree. We should give respect to all others and not demand any respect for ourselves. If we chant the Mahamantra with this attitude from the core of the heart, we will achieve our eternal welfare. Then we will get the knowledge that we are of Krishna and that we are his eternal servants. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We must cry to Radharani and Krishna. We must cry to Radharani and Krishna from the core of our heart. If we do, then Krishna will come to us immediately. He is within us, and he has given all power to his name. If we utter his name in consciousness of our relation to him, we will be submerged in the ocean of Ananda and Krishna Prem. After that, whenever we utter the name, we will experience infinite, complete ambrosia at every step. Hare Krishna. It's so beautiful. Okay, and now this is another place where he spoke about Chaitodarpana Marjanam. It's from the book A Taste of Transcendence. Chaitodarpana Marjanam Bhava Mahādavagni Nirvapanam Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Svadanam Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. The Supreme Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wrote this verse, thereby instructing us how to attain the association of Krishna. How can Krishna appear in us? What do we have to do? Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Chant the holy names of Shri Krishna. Then you will get everything. You do not need to do anything to purify your mind, except to go on chanting Radha Krishna, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Everything will come to you. We say this repeatedly with our words, but in practice, we have no belief. The Supreme Lord will descend into our hearts, will be revealed in our hearts, when we actually and sincerely take absolute shelter at his lotus feet. He will reveal himself to the surrendered soul. If we can chant with bona fide submission, we will find that everything is there in the holy name. Form, attributes, everything. The name is Satchid Ananda. Krishna is Satchid Ananda. This realization will descend into our hearts. We might think that we will get him by our own capacity, but he is not subservient to us. We think we can make him become subservient to us? No way. We can't make him come under our, can't. He is self-effulgent. He is self-luminous like the sun. Swami Mahārāja, Śrīla A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Mahārāja, used to say, if one is enlightened by that knowledge by which ignorance is destroyed, then that knowledge reveals everything, just as the sun illuminates everything at daybreak. When the sun rises, he shows himself and everything else, he shows himself and everything else in proper perspective. We think Harinam to be material sounds and that we can get Krishna by our own capacity. No. If we submit to God and his absolute counterpart, then only then will all be revealed. We cannot bribe the Supreme Lord. Everything is within him. There is nothing outside him. Dhruva Maharaj received the grace of the Supreme Lord. Dhruva Maharaj, he received the grace of the Supreme Lord. We are uttering the name, and we are not getting this grace. Why not? Why? He is not gracing us, we complain. No, no, the sun is giving light to all. It is shining in the filthy place, the clean place, everywhere. Some are taking advantage of it, but the majority is not taking. Nonetheless, we complain. The sun is not blessing us. It's like we're standing outside under an umbrella or whatever, something, some shade. And we're like, why is the sun not shining on me? We have to go step into the sun. The sun's there and it's shining everywhere, shining even in the most filthy places. It doesn't discriminate between a clean place and a filthy place. But if we don't step out into the sun, if we try to cover ourselves from the sun, then how's that the sun's fault? Dhruva had firm belief. His faith was without a trace of doubt. My mother told me that by crying the name of Shri Hari, I shall get Shri Hari. He was crying, crying, crying continuously. We are not doing this. He was continuously uttering the holy name, completely absorbed in Hari. And whatever he saw, whether a lion, a crocodile, or any other beast, he embraced. They did no harm to him, as he was protected from all danger. However, we have difficulty believing this. Ultimately, he received the grace of Narad Gosvāmī. That was an example from Srimad Bhagavatam. But in this Kali Yuga, when we were once in Punjab, a very astounding event took place. One second. Okay. So when we were in Punjab, a very astounding event took place. A devotee woman was traveling by rickshaw from her shop to a remote place, about 2 miles away. She was wearing many gold ornaments. She traveled for some time along a well-populated road, when suddenly the rickshaw driver turned away from the main road toward a field. Why are you taking me across this field? The lady protested. That is the way, over there. No, the rickshaw driver said. I am taking a shortcut. We'll go this way. He would not heed the woman's words. Then the woman became afraid, thinking, I'm wearing so many golden ornaments. The driver must be greedy for them. He will rob and kill me. He will rob me and kill me. For this reason, she jumped from the rickshaw and started to run away, shouting, Ha Govinda! Ha Govinda! This is fact. We were there at that time. To save herself, she jumped into a well. In terror, she remained in the well throughout the night, all the time uttering, Ha Govinda! Ha Govinda! At dawn the next morning, many people from the village came for their morning walk. They heard the sound of a woman's voice uttering the holy name. What is this? They asked. They followed the voice to the well and found the woman who was crying, Ha Govinda, Ha Govinda. An extremely poisonous snake was swimming around her, circling her. What is this? They wondered. Then they saw the rickshaw. A man holding a dagger lay next to it, dead. A great cry arose from the crowd, and many people gathered from different places to see what had happened. By now it was daylight, and as people came to the woman's aid, the snake left. All the witnesses at the scene said that they had never seen that snake before, and since that time, they have never seen it again. When the rickshaw driver went to kill the woman with his dagger, the snake bit him and injected him with venom, killing him instantly. After that, the same snake protected the woman throughout the night by circling her, so that no one would come near. The woman had firm belief. She did not utter any other name, only Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. Even in this Kali Yuga, you can find such an event. Therefore, you should have belief. I wonder if the situation would have been the same if she was calling out for help. Help, help, somebody help me. No, but she was just crying to Govinda, right? Like we have the example of Draupadi. So that's why we only have one refuge, only one protector. Right? That's one of the limbs of Sharanagati. Rakshasya Titi Vishvaso. Janmashtami and other auspicious functions at the Mat are called Hari Smaran Mahotsav. I think probably Akadashi, which is today, will fall under that category. Hari Smaran Mahotsav. That's the grand celebrations dedicated to the remembrance of Hari. You will find in a certain hymn that the entire purpose of performing bhajan is to remember Krishna. We shall destroy all evil thoughts by remembering Krishna. We shall get everything by remembering. But it is said in the scripture called Vaishnav Chintamani that it is not easy to remember, to meditate with this material mind. It is very difficult. All the sins, vices, and evil thoughts will be destroyed. All the sins, vices, and evil thoughts will be destroyed by remembrance of Krishna. But it is not so easy. But we can remember Krishna if we utilize our lips to utter the name. By moving these lips, we can obtain eternal benefits. But unfortunately, we have no aptitude for this. We cannot remember Krishna by means of the material mind. When we are able to remember Krishna by loudly and continuously performing Harinam, and that remembrance is revealed in our hearts, then we will be entitled to perform bhajan in a secluded place. Not now. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching us. Our Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is teaching us. If our Gurudev ever saw some devotees dancing and chanting the holy name, he would show them great respect. They are expressing their hearts, Hari Bol. In order to gain some respect, name, and fame, I was also dancing. Ah, very good, Gurudev would say. He would be pleased with me, although I was doing it to receive praise. Inside, I had no feeling, no want for Krishna, and no perturbation of heart. I did it only to get respect from others. Nonetheless, Gurudev was so satisfied. Why? This you have to understand. Why? This you have to understand. Kirtana prabhave smarana hoive. This is Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada says. This is the very end of his song Dushtaman Tumiki Sera Vaishnava. He says, remembrance of Bhagavan comes from constant chanting of the holy name. What is that? Kirtana prabhave, by the influence of kirtan, by the power of kirtan, smaran hoive. Remembrance will happen, will naturally arise. Prahlad told all the demon boys, why are you afraid? There's no difficulty in worshipping Krishna. You should just utter the name. You are calling your father and your mother without difficulty. So call him, and he will be satisfied. There is no difficulty. He is within you. He has affection for you. You will find the affection of crores of mothers in Sri Hari. Here in this world, one always encounters difficulty when trying to please another person. But Krishna is not at all difficult to please. What does he say? Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Just offer me a flower, a leaf, or water. That's how easily he's pleased. Just have to give a glass of water and then he's pleased. With a sincere heart, utter his name. In your household life, you while away the time for nothing, for worldly things. If you're also gossiping about these things here in the temple, then why have you come? The temple is for the worship of Krishna, nothing else. You should think about this. Why have you come here? Have you spent so much money to come here only to gossip about worldly things? What is Bhagavad Bhajan? Krishna is coming here from the Jagannath temple, and you have to clear these unwanted things away. This means that you have to clear your mind. There should be no other desire except desire for Krishna. Krishna is coming to Vrindavan, right? When we're bringing Jagannath from the Sri Mandir to Gundicha, we're thinking Krishna is coming to Vrindavan. Krishna is the only autocrat there. No other ideas, forces, or persons should dominate your heart. No other ideas, forces, persons should dominate your heart except for Krishna. So you have to make your heart the same as Vrindavan, where Krishna is solely dominant. He is the sole proprietor. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I have made this mind Vrindavan. Morman Vrindavan. So that Krishna will be free to perform all of his pastimes and sporting activities. That's why we want to make our heart Vrindavan so that Krishna will be free to perform all of his pastimes in our heart, all of his sporting activities in his heart. He can't perform his pastimes and sporting activities anywhere else but Vrindavan. So you will have to make your mind Vrindavan. No one else should be allowed to enter, and no other thoughts should be allowed. Now you're staying in a room, and outside you have placed a big sign that says, welcome. So others see the sign and say, oh, welcome. Okay. So then they come to your door. But the door is closed, and behind the door, there are many chairs, tables, etc. In fact, the room is completely filled with furniture. They cannot even open the door. So they go away disappointed. Outside your sign says, welcome. And you're thinking that you're welcoming Krishna. But when Krishna comes, you have thoughts in your mind of wife, children, house, money, name, fame, and other things. All these things have filled up your heart. Krishna will come and then go back. He'll try to open up the door, but you can't open it up because it's filled with so much stuff, so much furniture. You can't even open up the door. So go, okay, I can't open up the door. I can't make it inside here. So you have to clear your mind, your heart for him. Clear away all attachment to non-eternal things. Then Krishna will come tomorrow. Not in a long time from now. He'll come tomorrow. We have to perform Harinam. This is the best method. So in these days leading up to the advent of Sri Krishna, we should perform Harinam Sankirtan. We should not do this to show off to others. We have to do our own bhajan. We must call to Krishna from the core of the heart. From the core of the heart. How many times did he, just in what we read today, I think he said this 4 or 5 times now. We have to call to Krishna from the core of the heart. The day should be spent performing Sankirtan. Then our minds will be cleansed and Krishna may appear. If you want Krishna, you have to remove all things that are not Krishna. This is Adivas. This is the Eve festival, the preparation festival, the preparatory function. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us that you will get everything. You will get everything, all kinds of attainments by means of the holy name. He made all the devotees chant the holy name, being careful to avoid the 10-fold offenses. You are not to engage in meditation or any other kind of practice. Your mind will be cleansed. All the unwanted desires will be removed. Chaito darpana marjanam. You have multifarious desires, but if you perform Sankirtan, the first attainment is that your desires will be removed. When all these desires are gone, so too will be the pangs of threefold suffering, all the miseries. The desires are the miseries. As long as you have desires, should there be some hindrance to the fulfillment of these desires, your mind will become upset. For this reason, when the desires are removed, there will be no afflictions, and Krishna will appear. Krishna is all good. After that, you'll have a relationship with Krishna, thinking, I am of Krishna. I am his property. With love, you will utter the holy name, and you'll be drowned in the ocean of ambrosia, the ocean of bliss. And at every step, you will have the taste of that sweet transcendental ambrosia of the Supreme Lord. I see it just turned 8 o'clock. Um, Haribol Vidilala Sadidi. This part from Śrīla Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī is very short, so only take 1 minute to read. I'm going to read it, and then we'll end our program. So this is from Śrīla Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī on, he spoke this on October 16th, 2012, and November 14th, 2014, and November 25th, 2012. I mean, it's a whole long class, and I just took one small excerpt from it. Okay. So this is a class that I gave before Kartik, I think. A day is comprised of 8 yamas, wherein each yama spans 3 hours. Therefore, the Ashtakaliya Lila, Radha and Krishna's eternal eightfold daily pastimes, are referred to according to the respective yama in which they occur. Kirtans are sung according to the pastimes of Radha and Krishna in their respective yamas, and are referred to as yama kirtans. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave only one instruction from time to time, which was compiled by Srila Rupa Gosvāmī in the form of the 8 verses of Śrī Śikṣāṣṭaka. The first verse, the first shlok of the 8 verses is sung and contemplated. So the first verse, Cetodarpana Marjanam, is sung and contemplated upon at Pridan, after the Vaishnava Vandana and before Thakurji is woken up and Mangalarti is performed. Later, the devotees proceed on Purikrama and circumambulate the different pastime places of Bhagavan all day. And according to the places they visit, they sing their glories, their Mahima Kirtan. This is the established practice. So this first verse, Cetodarpana Marjanam, we should sing before sunrise, Nishanta time. Now is the Pratam, the first yama. In the first yama, we meditate on the foremost verse, Cetodarpana Marjanam, to cleanse the mirror of the chitta, the subtlemost layer of the subtle body, also known as the unconscious mind, where all our samskars, all our mental impressions, recollections, our psychological imprints of our previous intent, action, and preparation are stored. This chitta has been likened to a mirror. There are 4 different kinds of layers. There are 4 coverings on the chitta. What are the 4 coverings on the chitta? There's dust, there's dhuli, dust. There's dirt, which is kardama. Kardama means dirt. There's wood, lakari, or kashta. And there's diamond, or mountain, vajra. So dhuli, kardamba, lakari, and vajra. Dirt, dust, wood, diamond. These layers must be removed in order to realize our constitutional position as the eternal servant of Sri Krishna. This is a time-consuming process, so it is inappropriate to think, I have been chanting since so long, yet nothing is happening. No, this is very inappropriate to think like that. For those persons who possess a layer of dust, dust can be easily wiped away by a clean cloth. In the case of those who possess a layer of dirt, like a little more effort is required. Dirt can be cleansed by first applying water and with the help of a cloth. For those with a covering of wood, those who have wood covering their hearts, they have to seek the help of an expert carpenter, or personally and very carefully excavate each layer with the help of a chisel and hammer. Only then can one see the mirror-like chitta. And the toughest is the diamond, the mountain layer, which requires dynamite to break it and clear it. And that dynamite is only Harinam Sankirtan. Harinam Sankirtan is extremely powerful, like dynamite. It disregards all obstacles. It is so sharp that it pierces through all the layers and emerges victorious. Jai, the powerful dynamite, Shri Krishna Nam Sankirtan ki Jai. Shri Hari Nam Sankirtan ki Jai. All right. So that is our program for today. I'll do a short Mahamantra and then we'll end. So this Harinam is so powerful, like dynamite. It can destroy even, it can shatter even diamond, which is like one of the most hard substances, right? All right. What melody should I sing? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Shri Sachinandan Gaur Hari Ki Jai, Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai, Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju Ki Jai, Jai Srila Gurudev Ki Jai, Jai Srila Param Gurudev Ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai, Swapar Ji Gaur Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopigan Ki Jai, Shri Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai, Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai, Jai Shri Śrīla Bhakti Vijñāna Bhāratī Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki Jai, Jai Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki Jai, Śrīla Bhakti Madhav Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki Jai, all the associates of Jagat Guru Śrīla Prabhupada ki Jai, and all the followers and disciples of those associates. And Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai, Jai Shri Krishna, the dynamite, the pure dynamite, Shri Krishna Nam Sankirtan ki Jai, Jai Shri Chaitanya Śikṣāṣṭaka ki Jai, Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai, Samagata ko Jai, Mohini Akarashi Titi ki Jai, Akarashi Titi Palan Kari Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai, Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai, Shinitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavashacha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavatai Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyashta Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So if there's one thing I think we can really take away, like the one of the, I don't know, for me the thing that stood out the most because it was repeated the most, repeated five times, was chant from the core of your heart. That's the most effective way. And chanting from the core of the heart means a lot of things, right? It means we can't chant from the core of your heart if you aren't being sincere, if you're not really praying like sincerely and with full dependence. Um, no independence, no, and for any other reason. If you're just doing it for impressing others, for any other reason, then you're not praying from the core of your heart. It's not sincere. It's filled with so much crap. And and also to be able to chant, I think Revati Didi made this point. To be able to chant from the core of your heart, you need to be in good association. You need to be in real sadhu sangha and be actually following the sadhus. Because we can't be sincere. We're filled with so much, so much. Um, to be sincere, you have to understand that you have to not rely on your own abilities. You have to understand that your insignificance, that you are a servant of Krishna. The verse of what is it? Shikṣāṣṭaka Verse One, that's like the definition of being sincere. And so we can't come to that level of Trinada Pisunichena on our own effort. It's just that kind of feeling is so foreign to us, so far removed from us. And so we need to be with people who are real sincere Vaishnavas and then try to follow them. And then we also can become sincere. Then we can actually chant from the core of our hearts. So yeah, this instruction is very deep um, and so important. So yeah, we'll end with that. And I'll see you all tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to look through my Gurudev's books and find any Harikatha from my Gurudev. Also, I'll look through Srila Prabhupada's books, see if there's anything from Srila Prabhupada, and see what else I can find on the glories of the first verse of Śrī Śikṣāṣṭaka. All right, Dandavat Pranams, Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarini Mataji, Anadi Krishna Prabhu, Sarveshwari Mataji, Nitai Mukeshji, Pradyumna Prabhu, Mantaramurti Mataji, Krishna Mai Didi, and all the other devotees, Ganga Mataji, Rohini Nandan Prabhu, Gargarajji, Sukada Didi, Vidyalalasa Didi, I'm guessing Indira Mataji, Raseshwari Mataji, all the devotees watching in the future, Dandavat Pranams. See, there are 10 devotees on YouTube and Facebook. And yeah, I'm not ignoring you. I just don't see your name. If you write a comment, that's the only way I can see your name. But yeah, Dandavat Pranams, all of you. All right, see you all
Thank you
tomorrow.
so
Yes,
much.
Sarveshwari Mataji.
Thank you so
Dandavat.
much. It was beautiful. Thank you so much. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Thank you.
Haribol.
Hare
Haribol. Yeah, Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja's Harikatha is just so I don't know, it's like it's so like simple. Like I don't know how to explain it. I don't mean simple, like simple as in like, but it's very deep at the same, extremely deep at the same time. But it's like what I mean by simple is like it's so pure and practical and I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just I haven't really read so much of his Harikatha or anything, and so this is just like a new experience for me. And I'm really like every time I ever read anything from him, it's so inspiring, and it always like um makes me feel like no, I have to become like I don't know, because it's so pure and sincere and no nothing so it like exposes our own impurities, my own duplicity and um like all the other bad things like in contrast to that in that of that Harikatha. I don't know. All right. See you.